it was entertaining, and like not for nothing. It really just felt like a work weekend for NBA players. So like it was vacation time. So yeah, but other than that though, like just a takeaway that one did make sense, saying what Draymond was saying, right? People that's like first time all stars, like Tyler Hero, Jalen Williams, St.
Cade Cunningham.
Kate Cunningham, you know what I'm saying? Having to share the floor with rising stars at the All Star game is kind of disrespectful because it's like, bro, like you're working mad hard to get to this point to now not really feel like it's truly yours. You know what I'm saying? Like you got the stripe, yeah, but like technically you play with rising stars in the All Star game, and it's kind of like what, like you know what I'm saying? And then the games is only 40, so it's like you can't really go in your bag and show your full repertoire because you only got 40 and you only probably have 2 points out of that depending on whose city it's in. Like it showed it was Steph City, so he got to take most of the shots. He gonna do most of what he want to do because it's his city. So I mean, yeah, I just think it was a slap in the face to the new guys, but
Facts.
everything else though kind of like was cool. Like the dunk contest was cool, but the 3-point shooting contest was cool. You know what I'm saying? I was appreciative of that because my boy won. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, Tyler Hero bring it back home. Hoo, hoo.
you feel me?
Yo, but just to backtrack what you were saying, what Draymond Green said, right? Like I agree in the whole totality. Like I just feel like it's like you earn that right to be on the court with them, right? Like it shouldn't be rising stars on the court with the all stars who earn the right to be there because they work their butts off to be there. So it's like you guys getting a chance to share the light with them.
Yeah.
It's like I get what the NBA tried to do is like shine the light on the newer stars coming up, but you got to earn that spot. Because then what about the snubs? Why didn't it just put the snubs on one team?
And then it's exactly like have an all-star snub team. It'd have been fire to see that.
Yeah, just put
And
them all on one team.
it'd have been
They will
fire.
have an additional 200 minutes of
Bro,
commercials.
that's serious. And then like even so, like last minute for LeBron, who injured, but he not gonna give up his spot. I respect that because it's like, bro, I'm this is my 22nd year being an all-star, and you gonna hit me with some bullshit?
Nah, I'm going.
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Like, no, like what? Like, I'm not doing this, bro. And then
well, CJ, how do you feel about that? Like LeBron sitting out last minute too. Like he sat out last minute. Like him and Ant-Man. Let's not just say LeBron. Ant-Man did the same thing too.
100%. And like I feel like the All-Star game in general is kind of like went down. And I think a lot of it is there's some diva like behavior going on with the All-Star. So me personally, I don't mind the rising stars coming into it and applying pressure to these, quote unquote All-Stars that come in or that like kind of more or less like they're going to get the votes to be in those positions, but to see how like some of them like don't really value it. It's like we got some young cats that's hungry that want to get to that spot that are willing to work for it. So I say put them in there and put the pressure on them.
Did you see that game though with the Rising Stars versus the OGs? That game was kind of close. It was kind of close. I was a little like, what the?
I was like,
yo, it was kind of too close for comfort for me.
It was. It was because it's like that pick and pop was insane, and then McGowan's like he was like kind of like
nobody was stopping the pick and pop at all.
Yeah,
at all. It was like
they couldn't. First of all, they couldn't do nothing with Dalton Connect. I'm sorry.
I was just about to say that Connect was wilding. He was wilding.
Dalton Connect and Stephon Castle on that pick and roll, like really couldn't do nothing with him. And then you got Keontae George, like. I like Keontae George. Like he's an aggressive point guard. So don't get me wrong. Like I would love to see him out of Utah. I would love to see every point guard out of Utah. Get him out of there.
But you know what though? You know what I will say? The biggest difference between the Rising Stars and the OGs, you could see it pure as day.
It's a big difference for sure.
Is the efficiency and the shots they take, right? Like the OGs was only taking shots they know they're gonna make. They're not trying stuff out.
They're not bearing out. They're not on the island pulling. they was doing their job, but that it shows because of their maturity.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I mean, even so, like you said, with the OGs and how they took their shots, like we all knew if Dame had the ball in that last possession, he was going to a sidestep three,
Mm-hmm.
literally sidestep three, game time. You know what I'm saying? And it was
game
just like
time.
if you even look at how exactly, like you see how the floor opened up for him, right? On that last play, you see how the floor opened wide open for him. He like, oh, I bet step, boom. I'm
Wait,
like,
do you think
yo,
it opened up wide like that because they want to see Dame do that move, or you think it was just opened up wide because he's that ill?
I think they opened it up because it would have made if the OGs would have lost, it would have
Woo.
been
That would have
bad,
been
but it would have been
terrible.
good. It would have been bad, but it would have been good because if you look at the spacing that he had, first of all, he's like what 30 feet away from the line. Then he gets the double. He gets
Mm-hmm.
the double. He in and out to the side, and then
And
he
he
got
goes,
about 3 seconds to get that shot up. And then, mind you, there's a one wing defender on the side. I think Dalton Connect was on the side, and then it was Keontae George right there to step up from his other side to get up there. But you would, for him to close out his shot, they would have to like kind of like damn near hurt him by accident. But you don't want to do that. But
not in that
it was
All-Star game, nah.
right, and then so it's like you live or die with the fact that Dame already had took maybe 4 or 5 shots prior to that and missed. So it's like, I like, well, what's one more? But like, it's Damian Lillard, bro.
Yeah, and
Like you feel me?
don't miss the shot kind of thing.
Right.
Right.
And then it's like, like you don't want Damian Lillard to not make the shot, or you want him to not miss the shot. Like it's All-Star weekend, you know what I'm saying? And then like again, like I said so I said to Kev, I'm like, yo, it'd be fire if they did like nations versus nations, like Canada versus the United States. And that's exactly what we basically got. Like we got a nation of the world versus the United States players all together because you think about it, um, who Chuck team was a bunch of overseas players.
Hmm.
So like that was just it was written that way. Like they wanted to see that because they wanted to get that Olympic feel that they had from the Olympics because that was just that I think that was one of the best basketball games I've ever witnessed as an adult. Like the Olympic game. So if they could get that feel in the All-Star game, that would be insane.